So dance is a really big part of my life at Yale. Probably should have studied a little bit more, but it's all right.
So basically you were a beginner when you picked this up. You didn't have any previous experience, or did you dance when you were younger in like ballet or jazz or any of those styles?
I guess I did ballet like for a very small amount of time, but I had to choose between ballet and hula. So I decided to go with hula and Tahitian dancing, which I did from the age of 4, like competitively and we toured Japan, Tahiti, and Hawaii several times. So I was really, really involved with that growing up. And I don't know, I just wanted to try a different type of dance. And so, yeah, I think I really was a beginner because a lot of the parts of your body that you keep still in hula, you move in Bhangra and vice versa. So it was actually quite difficult for me at first because, your body's used to moving one way. And it's hard for your body to kind of unlearn or at least adapt to a different movement. So I don't know if it would have been easier had I never danced before, but I think it's definitely an accessible form of dance, even if you've never had any experience. And it's meant to be, fun and enjoyed. So I think
Well,
you'll
and
see that today.
that's perfect for our friends watching tonight, so they feel reassured that anybody can do this, and it'll be a fun experience for everyone. So before we get into the movements that you're going to be teaching tonight, a few months ago, one of my colleagues, Carissa Violante, had talked to you and learned a little bit about your story. And you and I were talking about this before we went live, and you actually underwent a liver transplant and went on to run the New York City Marathon. So just tell us a little bit about that process and how that inspired you to become a nurse, and how you've been recovering, and how dance has fit into your life post recovery.
Sure, yeah. So I actually got my transplant at Yale New Haven. I was living in Boston at the time, but I was basically also living in New Haven. It's a very involved process, especially in the months leading up to it. So I spent a lot of time here. But yeah, I mean, I was under wonderful care here. And actually, one of my nurse practitioners, my main one during my transplant, has become kind of like a mentor to me. And I see her, she went to Yale School of Nursing as well. And so she's really been, do I have any other light? I don't. Sorry, I don't have any other light, but I should be over there in the big light soon. Yeah, so I think just that whole experience, I was very fortunate in that I was pretty healthy before. I had a lot of, I was young, so I think compared to, a lot of other patients who go through, any kind of transplant, I was in a really good spot to begin with. So very fortunate for that. And recovery, because I think because of all of that, because I've been trying to, be healthy otherwise, it's been going really well. And so, yeah, I don't know. I feel like any kind of big medical event like that kind of, makes you think of what, I don't like, it just, it gives you different perspective on some things. And I'm not saying that like it revolutionized the way I think about things, because I don't think that's true for me, but I do think that it, having that kind of second chance, because I was getting very sick, and being able to go to grad school, like I think just seeing how everything in the hospital was going, I don't know, I felt kind of compelled to go into nursing. So, and then, learning more about the healthcare system, I was like, wow, okay, there's a lot of room to improve here. So I wanted to choose a path where I could potentially, make a difference. Whether it's in individual patient lives, like many nurses have done for me over the years, or more on like a population level. So I guess that's kind of how it affected my career choice. And then I think after the transplant, it was pretty long, or I guess it was pretty short for me, the recovery process, compared to the typical one. But I think, and if any of you have experienced an event that has left you, that you felt that you've kind of regressed, or like you're used to doing one thing but you can't do it anymore. So I think for me, and then throughout the years too, running has always been that kind of gauge for me. Like if I feel really healthy, then I will be running well, and when I'm getting sicker, I don't. So, and I've had to restart kind of every time I'm in the hospital or not. So I think for me it was more of just like, I've never done this before. I'm just going to sign up for it. I was lucky enough to get a lottery slot, because I'm not fast enough to qualify. But yeah, it was just a challenge that I set for myself. And I wanted to see if I could do it mentally, physically, because I think a lot of running is just mental. So it was really hard. I don't know if I recommend doing doing a marathon that soon after a major surgery. But it was really rewarding, and I don't have any plans to do one in the future. But yeah, I think it just, I don't know, it was just a major life event that has kind of changed my course. But I'm really excited, and I think hopefully with the perspective of being a patient, I'll be able to bring that into my future work. So that's the goal.
It's amazing. I think you're being very humble right now, Melia, but I think it's amazing that you've been able to do that. And I think you're exactly right. I think your patients will absolutely benefit from your experiences and your desire to better their experience. So you're not going to do another marathon, which is understandable, because it's very far reaching for me to even consider like a couch to 5K. So I give you a ton of credit for doing a marathon, but do you still make time for dance? Is dance part of your daily life?
I do, yeah. I would say weekly life. Yeah, I think especially with quarantine, a lot of dance instructors have been like moving to online classes. So whereas before, maybe you didn't live in a city where a lot of instructors were, or your options were limited, I feel like since April, a lot more instructors have been having classes. So it's been really great to just take different classes and really just dedicate more time to, you have that idea of like, oh, I could dance this years ago, or I could do this years ago, but now, I ache, or like now it's not quite what it used to be. So I'm taking that time to kind of work on technique, and like work on things that I don't usually have the time or make the time to do.
Well, I think that's what this, quarantine is all about, is trying to find ways to get moving, learn new things. And so we're excited to like get to it. So don't worry about that, Melia. We're going to get up. We're going to start dancing. I think we're ready. I think we're ready. I know this whole world. I have a ring light, and one of my friends came over recently and was like, "Why do you have a ring light?" I was like, "Well, we have the show Yale Alumni Live, and it's all right. We're going to get to the dancing." So I think without further ado, I think we're ready for you to help everyone learn just a couple of simple dance moves, and then you're going to do like a short routine as well, right?
Yes, and I just saw a question on the Q&A. I had my liver transplant, I guess a year and a half after I graduated. I had moved to Boston, and I was still seeing my hepatologist here. And it took us about a year to find a donor. So I started the process basically right after I graduated. And then, yeah, it took a while to find someone and to schedule the surgery and everything.
There's another question about potentially doing a hula Polynesian session as well, which we can definitely talk about, Melia.
Yeah, we can definitely talk about it.
All right. Well, I think we're ready to get into the dancing.
Great.
If you're ready,
okay.
We're ready. So I'm going to let Melia take over completely. If anybody has questions or comments, I'll feed them over to her. But Melia, it's your stage.
All right. And all of yours too, for all the fellow dancers out here. So yeah, before I get started, I just want to, a disclaimer, I'm not Punjabi. I began dancing the style of dance 7 years ago. And it's something that I've taken seriously and I've learned a lot about. So and also this workshop isn't meant to be, you know, me as a professional dancer teaching you all. It's just meant to be for fun and to appreciate, you know, different cultures. In this case, the Punjabi culture. So Bhangra began as like a farmer's folk dance to celebrate the coming of spring, and also a festival that Sikh and Hindus celebrate called Vaisakhi. And since then, it has evolved. It's traditionally danced by only men. Um, but as its, you know, as its popularity has increased around the world, and different countries, even different cities, different like East Coast, dance with West Coast. Yeah, so you can dance on carpet or hard surface. It might be a little bit more cushiony to dance on the carpet. I like dancing on the hard surface. And not because it's harder, but just just because like that's what, you know, the studio floors or like the stage floors are. Yeah, so a long story short, today is just meant to teach some of the basic moves, and then we'll move into like a short choreography. All right, so I guess let's get started. Right. So there are different, like as with other, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, great. This
Go
thing is
right
working.
ahead.
Yeah, so as with a lot of other, or I guess every other style of dance, there are different styles that you can dance Bhangra. So today I'll just show you how I currently dance it. I've danced a couple different styles, but this is the one that I currently really like. If you've danced before, feel free to do your own personal style. For example, you could dance on the balls of your feet. You can dance flat foot. You can, you know, modify as you need. Again, it's just meant to be fun. So do whatever feels comfortable for your body. And like I'm not here to say there's a right or a wrong style. You know, that's a discussion that's outside the scope of this of this lesson, I think. But anyway, just wanted to issue a disclaimer, a little background, and let's get started. So you want to stand with your shoulders back, chest open. So everything in Bhangra is going to be very, like, you want to look very broad. It's traditionally a male dance, so we want to kind of, you know, puff out our chest a little bit. Your feet are going to be slightly wider than shoulder width apart, and you're going to just bend your knees a little bit. And you want to make sure that your knees are not passing your toes. If you've ever kind of like done a squat, it's kind of that same initial when you sit back. All right, so we're here, and we can just put our arms at our, I guess, hips right here, a little bit in front. So this is kind of our starting stance. So we're nice and tall, or we're nice and tall up here, knees bent a little bit. And this move I will show you next. We're going to call it down step today. You know, different people call it different things, but the way I was taught, it was called down step. And for down step, you're going to start with your left leg. It's going to look, well, or you could start with your right leg, but typically you start with your left leg, and you just bring it up. So bring your foot up, and then place it down. And then right leg up, place it down. And then left leg up, place it down. Right leg up, place it down. So while you do this, you can be on the balls of your feet. And when you do that, you get kind of a bounce. So it'll look like, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So you want to kind of make sure your core is staying in place. Mine was a little shaky right there. I think I'm just warming up. And your feet kind of roughly want to hit around the same area each time you're placing down. And so we can just try like an 8 count of that again. So put our arms at our hips right here. And then we'll start in 5, 6, 7, and 1 and 2 and 3, right, down, left, down, and 6 and 7 and 8. Okay, so that move is called down step. We're going to move to up step now. So in up step, our shoulders are back, our chest is up, and we want to just bend our knees a little bit. We don't have to worry so much about the open stance because this move, your legs are pretty close together. So you're going to, I'm just going to show you what it looks like before we start. We're going to just do it with our arms up here. So arms are just like a Y up here, and then your hands are going to look as if like you cup your chin right here, and they're going to be thumbs facing outward. So I don't know if you can see here, but they're just like little cups, thumbs facing outward. And you can lock your elbows here. I like to bend my elbows slightly, but that is personal preference. So we're here in our Y, and it's just going to look like 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't want to kick the AC here. 7, 8. So breaking down this move, we're going to start with our feet just naturally, I guess, hip width apart. Yep, shoulders back, chest out. And then we're going to lift our left leg up here, and it's going to be like a small hop. So you can choose to be on the ball of your foot here. So it's going to look like this. You can choose to be flat foot. That's up to you. So as we bring our leg up here, you want your left leg to be like slightly, this angle to be slightly greater than 90 degrees. You don't really want to have your foot, the bottom of your foot facing out. Like you don't want to flex your foot. It's very rude to show the bottom of your foot. And also like no one wants to see the bottom of your foot. So we're going to just bring our left leg up, right leg up, left leg up, right leg up, left leg up, right leg up. Right. So I think this move is actually a little easier to do when it's done a little bit faster. So we can try it a little faster. I've also heard it likened to kind of like a pendulum where your legs are swinging from one side to the other side. I think that's a good image to keep in your head, but one thing I don't like about that is that I think it's important to keep your core kind of grounded and centered in the middle. So it's not so much, you know, you're swinging back and forth. You kind of just want to keep your body more or less in this little box. But you can move your shoulders as well. So we can just do it with our arms up here, shoulders back, and then starting with our left leg, we'll go just left, right, left, right. So, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. All right, so now that you have mastered those 2 moves, we can try it with some music. I promise you it is easier with the music. Let's see, let me make sure. Oh wait, is there a way I can share screen so that I can share the sound?
Sure. Give me 1 second to get that for you, Melia.
Okay, sorry about that. Just practice in the meantime.
Yes, everyone practices.
I'm like sweating already. So.
Kevin, if you could give Melia access to share her screen so she can get the music going, that would be great. Melia, do those moves, do they have a name? Is there a name to those particular movements?
Yes, I've actually heard them called different things by different people. So I was taught one's just down step, one's up step. I'm sure there are plenty of different names that people use. Oh, thank you. And, you know, if you've heard different names for these moves, feel free to share them in the comments. That'd be super helpful. Okay. Uh-oh, did I do it? Share music or computer sound. Okay. I practiced this earlier, so hopefully. Okay, can you hear that? Oh, yay. Oh my gosh, it works. Okay. I think that was really loud. So, or at least it was for me. So I'm going to put it down a little lower. Um, okay. Okay. I'm so sorry if that was so loud.
That's okay. It just lightened the mood. It got everybody ready to
Okay.
go. Don't worry about it.
Put it like way, way lower. I didn't know if it would be my volume or like your personal computer volume. So sorry about that. All right. So we're just going to practice the down step that we just did and the up step. So we'll do 16 counts of down step. I'll call it out, 16 counts of up step. And then we'll just do it back and forth a couple times just to kind of get used to it. Okay, I hope it's not as loud this time. Is that better? Okay. So, and 5, 6 down step. 1, 7, and again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right, 6, 7, and up step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and left, right, right, or you can do the other way. All right, so back to down step. I lost count, sorry. And up step. Already. And if anyone has any questions, feel free to comment them and I'll try to answer them as best I can. Yeah, it was fun. I'm sweaty. Hope everyone's getting a little workout in. All right, cool. So that probably is are the two the two first moves that I learned, two first moves a lot of people learn. So next, since I think we pretty much mastered that, we're going to move in a combo. So traditionally this combo of moves is called Fumania. And this combo here, we're actually going to do in our choreography today. So you're basically already learning the choreo, which is great. Okay, so I'm gonna just step back here. So for this move, we're just gonna do the legs first. So legs, our feet are about hip width apart. Gonna bend your knees a little bit, and you're just gonna kick your right leg up behind you. And so it's gonna be, I don't know, like just past your knee, but it doesn't need to be like kicking your butt. So as we do that, we're going to, like we did with the up step, you can be on the ball of your foot, you could be flat foot, but we're gonna kind of bounce into it. So it's gonna go and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. And so the arms with that, we're gonna go back into our Y that we just did. This one I'm gonna make my arms a little bit straighter. And as we kick up, we're going to bring our arms down. So as we kick up, bring your arms down and close your fists. So they're out, your hands are open and wide here, and then close your fist. And so this is every time you kick up your foot, you're also bringing down your hands. So it's going to go and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. All right, so we only do that 2 times actually. So it's gonna go 1 and 2. From here, your feet are going to, so your right leg's up, you're going to kick your left foot out, kick your right foot out, kick your left foot out, kick your right foot out. So just doing the 1, 2, kick left, right, left, right. So, and pull, pull, and wait, sorry. 1 and 2, kick, 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 and 1 and 2, left, right, and 1 and 2, left, right, and 1 and 2, left, right. So this move's a little bit tricky. I think the trick to getting it is just going right into kicking with your left leg as soon as you're done picking your right foot up. So we're going to add some hands to the kick here. So as we just did, we're going to bring it in, and then as we do the 4 kicks, your left hand, or your left arm, hand, is going to come down, kind of like how we started with the down step. So with your hand just on your hip right here, and then your right arm, you're going to just bring it out and you'll point your finger. And your arm here is pretty straight and in line with your shoulder. So just doing the kick, 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 kick. So that's what it'll look like. And 1 and 2. So starting from the beginning of that move, we're going to, just to recap, 1, just pull, pull, kick, 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 kick. So 5, 6, 7, and pull, pull, kick, 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 kick. Again, pull, pull, kick, 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 kick. And one more time, pull, pull, kick, 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 kick. All right, hopefully it's like starting to feel a little bit more natural. It'll take a little time, but I can't see you all, but I'm sure you all are doing a great job. So from here, so that's the first part, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Here, we're going to keep our right leg where it is. And with our left leg, just kind of bring it over your right, and it'll land kind of diagonally in front of your right leg. And then you're going to bring it back over to the other side. So you're kind of just making an arc one way and then the other way. So, and arc and arc. And while you're doing this, you are still bent, like all the other moves we've been doing, and you're kind of still having that bounce. So it's just gonna be and 1 and 2, and 1 and 2, and 1 and 2. And for our hands, we're just keeping it simple. Your right hand over your left hand like this. Or you can do left over right, it really doesn't matter. And you're just gonna push down, push down. So whenever your leg goes down, your arms go down as well. So push, push. So then when we add that to the beginning move, it's going to look like, just to recap, pull, pull, point, kick, 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 and then push, push. So it's going to do and pull, kick, 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 and push, and push. And so from this push here, your weight is still on your right foot. You're going to move all your weight to your left leg, your left foot, left leg, and you're going to turn over your left shoulder. So as you turn, your right foot here is pointing, is tapping. So you want to tap to the right side, to the back, and to the front. And you're just pivoting on your left leg. Your left leg is just helping you turn. And also you'll have some momentum from this to carry you around 2, 3. So it's just gonna be right, back, front. And your right leg here is just a little bit, it's on the ball of your foot. So I guess you could say it's a little pointed. And you're putting all your weight on your left leg. And you wanna keep pretty low. You wanna keep your chest nice and big. And and what are the hands? And for the hands, we're just gonna have like one arm out here, just I guess out, and then the other arm like right behind your ear. So all together, from the push move, it's going to look like push, push, and turn 1, 2, 3. So we can try that again from the push, and 1 and 2, and turn 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're gonna add that to the beginning moves. just keeping track of the time here. So we're going to pull, pull, kick, 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 push, push, turn around. So starting from the pull, and 1 and 2, kick, 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 and push and turn, and 1, 2, 3. From here, we're just going to add one more move, and you all have already done the footwork, so I'm sure it'll be easy. So from here, we're going to go back into the up step, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then our arms are just going to, if you see me from the side, just bring it out, 2, 3, 4. And you can, I like to snap at the end. You can just keep them as fists. You can add like a little wave if you want to, add your own style to it. But the move itself is just the up step, and then right, 2, 3, 4. And then whichever leg you're pulling up is, you want to have your opposite arm out. Or you can have your same arm out, do your own choreo. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So to just pulling this all together, it's going to be the pull, pull, kick, 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 push, push, turn around, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And when you turn around, you'll have some of that momentum to just go right into this. So that whole combo that we just did is called Fumania. And I think we'll put it to some music, do it a few times, add some down step in there, add some up step. I think it'll be pretty fun. For the down step, I think we can add some arms to it, because I know we were just doing like, just in place. We can add some arms. Let's do, we could just like bring our arms out, clap, out, clap. So when they're out, they'll be in fists, or you can keep them open, up to you, and you'll just bring them in, clap. So out, clap, out, clap, out, clap, out, clap. Just to add some arms into there, because I feel like this can get a little boring sometimes. So to just review all the moves that we have so far, we have down step, which we've just added our clap in the middle. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We have up step, which we did with our arms like a Y, and that's when our legs go from right to left. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we also have the seemingly long combo that we just did, the Fumania, which is 1, 2, kick, 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 and push, push, turn around, and up step, step, up step, up step. All right. I hope everyone's ready to just kind of dance all those at once. All right, we're gonna do it. So I hope everyone's ready. All right, what song should we do? Okay, let's do this one. We're gonna start with some down step. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gonna switch to up step now, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and Fumania. And 1, 2, kick, 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 and push, push, and turn around, and up step. 2, 3, 4, down step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and up step. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and going into Fumania, and pull, hold, pull, kick, 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 and push, push, and turn around, and up step. And Fumania one more time. Pull, pull, kick, 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 and push, push, turn around, and up step, up step. Yay! Oh. Whew, I am sweaty. I hope everyone
has. It looks so easy, Melia. I love it. That was so much fun to watch. I hope everybody that's watching mastered it as easily as you did. That was amazing. love it.
I was a total beginner, so if I can do it, like literally anyone else can do it.
It was
But yeah,
incredible. I loved it. Very, Melia, you dance on a team, right? That competes.
I did. Yeah, I mean, we we kind of competed in undergrad, and I danced with New England Bhangra Club, which is an all-girls team in Boston, and we competed there. They have a Boston Bhangra competition, and then since then I've just been doing it for fun, making Instagram videos, when time permits. Not that frequently, but hopefully.
Well, not
Yeah,
now
I've kind
that
of
you've
been
got
bad
a
about
heavy
that,
course
but
load. Yeah. But so Melia, if people wanted to see your videos on Instagram, you have your Instagram name right on the screen, correct?
I do, yeah. So I think you'll be able to find, I have some videos on there. Also, yeah, I think that's a good place to start. Like my my partner and I started our own little like Instagram, but it's not very active. So
That's okay.
I have a
Melia,
lot of dance videos though.
someone else asked if there were any instructors or any videos that they could follow if they wanted to learn some more, or if they wanted to, take some online classes. Do you have anyone that you would recommend that people might watch or look for on social media?
Yeah, so I know there are people teaching. I have not personally taken a lot of like the online or I guess other in-person courses. So, but I do know that there is, I think it's called just Learn Bhangra. If you can probably Google that, and there is a guy who does it. And I know he teaches classes. I haven't personally gone, but it seems like a lot of people on my social media like him. So but yeah, honestly, if you want to watch videos, like there are a ton of videos on Instagram. If you literally just search Bhangra or like a YouTube, I'm sure YouTube will also have lessons. I feel like they have lessons on everything known to humankind. So
That's true.
I've learned like a lot of life things on YouTube, I feel like. So yeah, but I do know there's one called like Learn, or maybe it's Learn Bhangra Now, but I think it's like only online classes that he does. Well, maybe now, but they do exist.
The world is on the
So that was
internet
a very
now, isn't
wordy
it?
answer, but yeah, there are some classes, especially now, I think.
We'll make sure that we have the correct name after this, and it has been recorded, and we will be posting it on Vimeo, so we'll be sure to include those links for anybody who might be interested in following up to learn more. So was that the choreography part of your class, or do you have more?
I mean, we could go all night. I did have a little bit of I guess a little bit more, but it's not I mean we could go all night. So I think we went over a lot of the basics, or not, maybe not a lot of the basics, but some basics. Okay. Yeah, we could do it all together like one more time. I see someone wants to.
I think that would be great. If you could take us out with the steps that we practice and then maybe give us like a little glimpse into something that you've performed before, I think that would be awesome. Because I did see
Okay.
some photos from you performing and it looked amazing. So we'd love to see just a little bit more before everybody goes. And then just if anybody is interested who is practicing along with Melia, if you would like to come on camera at the very end of this, we will go off of Facebook, but we'll stay live in Zoom. We can take a group photo, which I know my friend Kevin Winston absolutely loves. So Melia, if you are willing, let's do a few more moves. We'd love to see some of the dancing that you do, and that will be all for tonight. So whenever you've caught your breath, here I am sitting in my chair telling you to get back up and dance.
Oh no,
so whenever you're ready.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. This is good for me.
All right. Well, whenever you're
like
ready.
I don't dance as much as I should anymore. Yeah. Okay. So we can just go over. I'll just show you one more move. It is just using the down step footing. So we're only adding the arms into it, but it is a very popular move and it's like a very powerful move. So when you do this move, you really want to kind of like put all of your energy. Yeah, it's just a very powerful move, often used at like the end of I guess, Bhangra sets, usually like it's not usually performed as like one song, at least in America. It's usually a set of like 7 or 8 songs combined. So this move's always at the end. Whatever performance you see, you'll definitely see this move. And it is just with our standard down step that we already learned. So just to refresh, it's left, right, left, right. And then our arms, starting with like a diagonal here. You can, typically your right arm is the one up here. So we're going to bring our arms in and then switch, bring our arms in. And as we're bringing them in, you want to start with your hands almost closed like a fist, but not quite. And your fingers are going to, or your hands will open as you bring them closer to the center. So 1, and then switch, 2. And when you do this, you want to try to use, actually, I try to like engage, sounds so like, it sounds like exercise, but you want to try to like use these chest muscles here to bring your whole arm, like arm to the center, because it'll just make you look bigger versus if you just like use your hands or use your elbows to power the move. So you really want to try to use like all of these muscles here. So we're going to bring it in with your right, then bring it in with your left. Here we're going to grab up and bring it down. There are a lot of different variations on this part of the move, especially. You know, every team, every group has their own style. So here, the most basic, we're just going to, leading with your right arm up here, just pull it down, palms open and closed. And they're just going to, if you see them here, open, closed. So bringing them up and closed. So that's the third step. So just to recap, right arm up here, so right, and then close, left, close, pull, bring up, pull down, and then from here, you'll probably recognize this move. We're going to bring our arms around and clap. So instead of here where we're clapping closer to our chest, we're going to bring around and clap. So all together, the arms are going to be with your right hand up here. So bring it back, pull in, back, pull in, palms open and close, out and around. So it's a little tricky when we add the feet in, but let's just start off with the feet for 8 counts, and then we'll add in the hands. So 5, 6, 7, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and starting to add it in the hands, and 1, and 2, pull up, 2, and 4, again, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. All right. That felt a little bit weird for me. I think it's a little easier with the music. So we're just going to do everything that we learned today with the music. I don't know. Okay, sorry, I thought that was a question. So yeah, if you won't feel comfortable coming on camera, you know, the more people that come on camera, the harder it is to focus on any one person. So that's always, that might be a good thing if you're feeling a little camera shy. So we're just going to do the down step with our claps close to our chest, and then up step with our arms like a Y, like that. Well, better than that, but that's the idea. And then the Fumania, which is the longer combo that we learned, and it'll be pull, pull, kick, 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 and push, push, turn, 1, 2, 3, and then the up step, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and then finally, our final move, which is called Pitaka. I don't think I said that before, but it'll just be with our down step, and it's going to be right and left and up and around. Okay, so let's get started. See if we can do this one. Oh, this one might be a little bit faster. Sorry. Unless you want to do a faster one, that's always. Okay, we can try this one again. So starting with the down step with the clap. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and up step. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to move into Melia. And hold, kick, and push, turn. 1, 2, 3, up step. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Melia again. 1, pull, kick, and push, and turn, and up step. Let's just stay here for another 4 counts. And then into Pataka. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll do this one a couple more times because it is a little bit more complicated. And then up, down step, sorry. Alright. Hope everyone is feeling a little bit better about the moves. Just gonna see if there are any comments more.
I'm going to drop the Zoom link into the Facebook if anybody would like to hop over into Zoom and join us on camera. So Melia, you could just keep dancing as long as you would like, and we'll get some people to join you in as you're dancing, because Kevin is a magician behind the scenes. So you can put on whatever song moves you, and we will get some folks on camera with you in just a minute.
All right, well, we can, I really like this song. It's pretty old, but I like it. I think it's a little bit faster than what we were just doing, but as I was saying before, sometimes it's a little easier to do the moves when, at least for me, when my brain doesn't have that much time to think about it, my body can just do them. Hello! Yay! We have more people, and we're matching. All right, so I'm just gonna put on this song, and we'll just kind of do what we've been doing before. Hi! Oh, yay! Okay, so we're gonna start with the down step. It's gonna be a little bit faster. 7 and 1. And then the Melia.